Hey guys, I want to thank you for clicking on my video, on purpose or not. Either way, I'll take it. But this is just going to be a little introduction about my channel. Going to be answering the questions that keep me up at night, preoccupy me during the day. Questions that you may have never thought you wanted answers to. Ones that you did want to know, but you didn't want to do the research for. Either way, I'm happy to help. So if you enjoy what I do, if you like my style, subscribe. If you don't like my style, subscribe and you can just laugh at me make a fool of myself for all the internet to see. Either way, I'm going to dive right in. Alright, so I think we've all heard the phrase, how the other half lives. And if you haven't, now you have. But how good can it really get? Like how good, if you go down the rabbit hole, can it be? Well, in this video, I'm going to answer that question in the top 10 most expensive homes in the world for sale right now. Number 10, Gemini. Just like Cher, this house only needs one word to describe it. Originally listed at $195 million, the price has since been reduced to $137.5, or what I like to call chump change. The house itself is 62,000 square feet and boasts 12 bedrooms and bathrooms. If you're one for views, there are pristine views of both the Atlantic Ocean and Lake Worth. There's also two different 4-bedroom homes on the property. There's a 7-bedroom mango house, which I don't know what a mango house is. I didn't look that up. Sorry. But there's also a servant's quarters with 4, count them, 4 studio apartments. Not to mention a tennis court, a basketball court, a standard PGA golf course, a spa, a pool, obviously, and also a dock so you can park that yacht you've always wanted to buy.
Excellent.
Number 9, 90 Jules Pond Drive, Southampton, New York. Now I'm going to start this one off with a moment of honesty. I always thought that it was Southampton, but now that I think about it and that I read it, there's no north, east, or west Hampton.
What kind of compass are you reading, lad?
So we got that out of the way. About the house. It's 20,000 square feet in pristine Southampton with 15 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. It was originally owned by the Ford family.
Get off my plane.
Yeah, unfortunately not that Ford family. I think these guys made cars in the early 1900s. I'm not a history buff, I don't know. But the house does come complete with that old world charm, along with a tennis court, pool, and a lake. Located right on the beach, there's not much more you could ask for, except maybe a little less than the $145 million price tag. But when we are talking about real estate, we do have to remember the number one rule. 67 Beverly Park Court. At a staggering $165 million, you'd probably love to drive by this house. Unfortunately, you can't. It's only accessible from its own private street. But if you're ever lucky enough to get invited there, the first thing you're going to see is a courtyard that's capable of fitting 30 different cars, if you can afford 30 different cars. The house itself is 20,000 square feet, boasting 20 bedrooms and 23 bathrooms. Now, maybe I'm just a commoner, but that's enough bathrooms for every business day of the week in case you have those pesky or disgusting relatives.
Do not go in there. Woo!
So what else does this house come with? Well, there's a 2-floor guest house in the backyard, not to mention the backyard is 4 acres. And if a pool is not the way you want to burn your calories, fear not, because there is a private jogging path around the perimeter of this mega mansion, and
Or yogging, it might be a soft J.
an undeveloped lot, just in case you need, I don't know, more space. Number 7, Chartwell Estate, Bel-Air, California. Now, I'd like to take a second, just sit right there. I'm going to tell you all about this house in Bel-Air.
Don't ever do that again.
You still here? Okay, I would have left. Wouldn't blame you. Originally offered for $195 million, this mansion has since been sold to Lachlan Murdoch, son of Rupert Murdoch, for $150 million. I think the most shocking thing to me is that there's that much wiggle room in high-priced real estate. I didn't know that. Anyway, the pristine mansion sits on 10 acres of prime real estate in Bel-Air. It has 25,000 square feet, it has 18 bedrooms, 24 bathrooms, and if it's your thing, there's even a ballroom, believe it or not. But on to the rest of the house. There's actually a 5-bedroom guest house, a tennis court, a 1,200 bottle wine cellar.
Assemble the minions!
And pristine views of both LA and the Pacific Ocean. But for my money, I think the 40-car subterranean garage and the private tunnel that leads from the basement of the mansion to where the pool is has got to be the coolest feature. And I can't imagine that me and Mr. Murdoch ever run in the same circles, but I offer you a gentleman's challenge, sir. Try not to play Scooby-Doo when your friends come over. Number 6. The Penthouse at 220 Central Park South. As we're going to travel to the island of Manhattan for this purchase, here is Mr. Billy Joel with his timeless classic. What's that? How much does it cost to play that song? I stand corrected. You won't be hearing that song. Feel free to play it for yourself. Setting the record for most expensive real estate purchase in the United States, 220 Central Park South, purchased by hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin, really is the lap of luxury. Located on the 65th floor of the building, this mansion in the sky is 24,000 feet. It has 18 and a half bathrooms, 16 bedrooms, I don't know why I felt like saying that, and you are really rubbing shoulders with some of the elite, not to mention Sting. But this isn't about Sting. What you get with this is truly amazing. Aside from the views, you can help yourself to a bike room, a doorman, a fitness center, a juice bar, a library, a lounge.
2 hours later.
A dining room, weight room, child's amenities area, and a yoga and Pilates room. Now me, I'm a bit of a snob. I like to do my yoga and Pilates separately, but I guess eventually they just ran out of room in this.
Tragic.
Number 5, Mesa Vista Ranch. At $250 million, oil veteran T. Boone Pickens is offering up his 100-acre domicile, and you can bet it's not your average house. The first building is the Lodge at 33,000 square feet, which has a 40-person dining room, 30-person movies theater, separate popcorn making room, 2-story British-style pub, and a gym also on the second story. There's the Lake House, which has just under 12,000 square feet, but is dwarfed in comparison to the 25,000 square foot airplane hangar on the property, the 6,000-foot runway that leads to the hangar, the control tower, the lodging, and there's even a chapel. T. Boone himself swears that there's some of the best hunting in the country on his property, and he will also give you his 40 different bird dogs should you decide to take up the challenge. If you have $250 million lying around, love Texas, hunting, and all of these amenities, give T. Boone a call and see if it doesn't work out well for the both of us.
Just might work.
Number 4, Gateway Canyons. Owned by the chairman of Discovery Incorporated, John Hendricks, this $279 million home is being offered up. The main house of the property is 22,000 square feet, has 8 bedrooms, 8 baths, and 4 floors. Located on the floors are a stone library, 4 waterfalls, a theater, an art studio, a gym, a pool, a spa, and an observatory, which can all be reached by an oversized elevator. As an added bonus for the price, Hendricks is also willing to let you keep all the furniture, because I guess the last thing you really want after buying that much is waiting for the moving men.
What's up? You guys better be more professional than you look.
If you look outside the main house, you'll find 2 helipads, another airplane hangar, and a car museum. But there is also a resort attached to this home, and if that doesn't sound like something you want to undertake, fear not, because Hendricks has also secured the right to convert the property into 371 individual single-family homes. So you might actually make some money in the process with this purchase.
How do you sleep at night?
A bed made of money.
Number 3, Villa Las Credes. Now I hope I didn't mispronounce that, but let's keep moving anyway. Built in 1830, this 18,000 square foot home has 14 bedrooms and sits on 35 acres in the lovely south of France.
Why do you think I have this outrageous accent?
It has an Olympic swimming pool and boasts a 3,000 book library on the inside.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books.
On the outside, there are 20 different greenhouses and a stable that can fit 30 head of horses. To give you just an example of just how fancy this place is, King Leopold II of Belgium lived here for 40 years.
It's good to be the king.
And if royalty isn't your thing, don't worry, because celebrities are there too. Paul Allen and Andrew Lloyd Webber also live in the neighborhood. Now, the asking price for this home had been at $350 million, but has since been acquired for a still knee-shaking $220 million by a private buyer. And I'd love to know who bought it, but if I'm being honest, I can't blame them. There's nothing like buying a French mansion and then having friends come out of the woodwork to crash on your couch with you. Number 2, 24 Middle Gap Road. With a headache-inducing price tag of $446 million, Middle Gap Road is a bit of a curveball.
Show him the curve.
Located in the Peak neighborhood, a highly sought-after neighborhood in Hong Kong, this house is not what you'd expect from the price tag. With 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, a 2-car garage, and 1 pool, this is designated as a single-family residence.
Well, I guess we'll just take our millions of dongs elsewhere.
However, those in the know say that the price tag for this home does not actually come from the house. It's more from the land that it's on. Now, I'd be more than happy to be a buyer of any one of these homes on our list thus far, but if I was going to claim the title of world's most expensive real estate purchase, the last thing I'd want to do is have to tear down the house to only build another one.
I guess you've got a point there.
Number 1, the one. Finally, we've reached the end of our list.
We're coming to the end!
And you did hear me correctly before. This house has been dubbed the one and is meant to be the last word in high-priced real estate. 100,000 square feet, 20 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms, 5 swimming pools, a 2-story waterfall. This thing has pretty much everything you could ever want. It's actually twice the size of the White House, just for reference.
Just get me the president.
You are the president.
Good. Then I already know about this.
It's also got a 36-seat movie theater, a 4-lane bowling alley, an auto garage, a cigar lounge, a gym, a hair and nail salon, and a nightclub with VIP access.
We at capacity, okay?
With $500 million, billion with a B, price tag, this house hasn't even hit the market yet. But I'm calling on you guys now. I think if we can get our ducks in a row, we can scrimp together enough and put down a down payment on this thing. Comment below if you're with me. We're going to give it that old college try together. We can all share this place. Hey guys, if you stuck around this long, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope you have some aspirations. Feel free to comment below. Please subscribe. And let me know what I did right. Let me know what I did wrong. Let me know what I can work on. I'll be uploading every week, so I want to thank you, and I'll see you next time.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.